Housewives of Atlanta After Show. As always, we are live on the stream.tv, so make sure you hit that hashtag RHOAAS and interact with us. This episode, which was entitled Southern Discomfort, which was obvious. Let's jump right into it with Peter and Cynthia. We already know he is the inventor of the Source Awards. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And he has all these businesses. He is Jamaican, so he's also, you know, got all the bars, and then the Salute to Excellence Awards. I just want to know why Kandi, she might not have shown up. So why did he even, like, they gave that award and she didn't know?
She didn't know.
I mean, that was real black.
That was real black.
That was.
Ethnic. That she didn't know.
I didn't understand why she didn't know, and then they had to put her name on the award the next day.
Yeah, exactly.
It was very
black.
Okay.
Ethnic.
Well,
okay, ethnic.
But I also felt it was interesting that it didn't seem like it was that many people there. I counted 30. I counted about 30.
Yeah, well, maybe it's the first time.
You know, Peter just want to be relevant, so he would make up anything just to have some time on the show. Let's have, I don't know, Bar 1 Best Drinker Award. Let's do it.
He might steal that. He might steal that.
Right.
You know, he will. He does. He's good for inventing businesses. He is.
No, he's good.
And we support him.
But he was in the
Yeah.
music industry.
Yes.
Like Cynthia want to say, like, I don't know if y'all know. No, we didn't know. So we need some fact. What did he do in the music industry?
He's done everything. He's probably been a whale trainer, postman, everything. Give it to him. Look, this is a jack of all trades. He did everything.
Okay, we just want Peter to get his peach. Now let's move on to Phaedra and Porsha. Is this like the episode where everybody takes Porsha's advice? I mean, do you think it's good for Phaedra to take Porsha's advice, given that Porsha has been through a public divorce?
You know what? I think that you can always learn something from anybody. Even the wino on the corner can teach you a lesson. And
that's
so
true.
I think if you are guarded and say, oh, well, this person has been through too much, I can't learn from her, I think then you do yourself a disservice. So
Yeah, you do.
I think Phaedra's actually smart to go to Porsha to see how she dealt with having such a public divorce. Now, I probably would have taken some of that with a grain of salt. But, I mean, I understand why she went to her to talk about it.
Especially using the same therapist that caused her to not resolve her marriage.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think Dr. Shereè gives really good advice. It's just that I think she's a little over-publicized right now.
Well,
So-
she's good. Is it Shereè Blake? Is that her name?
I don't know, but Dr. Shereè.
Okay,
I just know
Dr.
Dr.
Shereè.
Shereè. The Braxtons use her.
Yeah.
I feel like there's only
all the black
two
folks.
therapists in Atlanta.
lawyers.
There's
So I'm
two
sure there's
lawyers
like
in
two
Atlanta.
that Bravo give you for free.
Yeah, exactly. But
I mean,
you know, it's good publicity for her.
I would take it
and
if
she's,
I were
yeah,
them,
I mean,
yeah.
I get it. I get it. But
Yeah.
I like that Kenny always try to fix stuff because I remember she went to counseling with Mama Joyce.
Oh, that's
so
true.
she's always into this counseling. Let's try to fix thing. She's very peaceful. She don't want to pick a side and anything. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, in this game, in this show, you have to have an opinion.
Well, do you think she should pick a side? Because that's what Porsha was saying.
I think that more than friendship, it's really a game. And, you know, when you say it's really high school, it's really high school because in high school, there is that clique that happen even in a reality show, for example, on Survivor. It's going to be the
have
same
to choose,
dynamic
yeah.
that is used to be in high school. There is little team, there is friendship, there is, you know, jealousies. So when you say it's really high school, you're really saying, hey, they're just playing a game.
Right, and I think it's like, if you think about it, if your friend is also friends with your enemy, then how willing are you to reveal so much stuff to your friend? You kind of guard it because you're like, well, she might use that against me. I really don't know where she stands because she's right in the middle. So I kind of understand why everybody wants her to pick a side. And if that was your friend, you probably want them to pick a side too. You know what I mean? Because you want to know that that person's loyalty lies with you. Now, I applaud her for not trying to be messy and not trying to
like
say,
Cynthia.
oh, right, like Cynthia.
Right, but Kenya is so manipulative. You see at the party how she used to say, like, but Kandi, right, that's not right, right? She was going to stick up for me. She knows the game.
Trying to
and
stir it up.
She's just really playing the game.
well,
And the same everybody, even Demetria, like she come in sporadic episode.
She just getting a check, honey.
yeah.
She's on her tour, her promotional tour right now. So yeah, I get it. I get
Okay,
it.
well, let's talk a little bit about Todd and Kandi. Do you think this is a good idea? What is the real issue with Todd and Kandi? Is it reality TV? Is it her mama? Is it he ain't getting enough sex? What is it?
Okay, so when I was watching them in therapy, it dawned on me. He said something, because you have to listen, especially when men speak.
Yeah.
They don't speak from the heart. You gotta
take that moment,
right? Because they're saying something
and
very,
listen.
very true. And so when he says that the issue with the prenup is still something that bothers him, even though he was like, I'm good. No, it still bothers him, because what it came down to when he was like, I realized who I was dealing with. What he was really saying was that I realized that her money is more important to her than I am, because she would not marry me unless I signed that prenup. A lot of times it's the woman who feels that way when a man is trying to get them to sign a prenup.
Break it down, make it.
And now we got this man who's feeling the type of way that a lot of women feel. And so he's basically essentially saying, she would have picked her money over me. Yeah. And that hurts.
Right, but in the same way, he's picking the money over her, because he's letting this prenup thing block his love. So apparently, to me, it's just an excuse. He really didn't like the fact that she didn't want to give him nothing. He's bitter about the money. And Kandi, on the other hand, she just seen him, what she really want. Like, she want a kid, and she want to be married. She want to have a family really bad, but it's not about Todd. It's just more about having what she need.
So you don't see the love between them?
I don't see that, unconditional love.
Okay.
I see more like, business, more like they both want stuff from each other.
Gotcha. What about you, Shawn?
Well, considering Dr. Megan, not Dr. Shereè, but Dr. Megan over here, I hit a few points I totally agree with. I agree with actually both of you. I look at Kandi having a box, and she just checked each box. And when she married Todd, she married him because maybe, she wanted to have another kid. I don't necessarily know if there's anything really keeping them together. I just feel like there's just kind of, and then looking at his depression, he looked quite depressed in that.
He did.
And I mean, we all know his mom passed away. Was his mom sick at that time? Was there extra pressure? You never know. So,
but I have to give them props for not taking their drama to the show that much, to the other ladies. They take it to the show, but not to the other ladies. And for example, Peter was telling Todd, Kandi didn't tell you what happened last night?
Yes,
no, because
they have other stuff.
Gossip.
They got other stuff to deal with.
Yeah, that's nobody else's business.
I appreciate their, level. They don't need to gossip. They're not that type of couple.
Yeah.
Well, what's interesting, what Todd said when he first got interviewed about their marriage, he said that him and Kandi kept it away from Bravo, that they were interested in one another, and they didn't tell. And he said when the time came, he went to Bravo, and Bravo said, well, instead of you leaving the show, we want you to be on the show. So it's like he kind of sold his soul.
Right. He did, and if you remember, she fought with him on that.
Yeah.
She was like, you're a part of my life, you have to do the show. So I think there's a lot of stuff going on underlying, besides the prenup, the checking of the box, I want to have a baby, I want to have sex this week, at 3 o'clock I'm ovulating. I mean, let's go. So there's a lot going on.
So let's quickly talk about her and Mama Joyce and that interaction. Do you think they can ever be helped?
I think there's the ability to help in any situation. I think there's always the possibility. I am proud of, I think I'm seeing some growth in Kandi.
Yes.
Yeah, she is keeping her marital problems away from her mother. She understands that there's some people you just cannot talk to about certain things. You can't. Right. And I'm proud of her for that, because I feel like in the past she probably would have said something to Mama Joyce about, we're not having as much sex, so this is long-ass marriage, which was be a celebration. You know what I mean? So I'm proud of her for that growth.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, and Mama Joy's got to understand that, of course, Kandi's not going to be in her life that much anymore because you hate her husband. So, unfortunately,
it seems like she's taking a turn, maybe a turn for too late. All right, let's move on to Cynthia and Phaedra and that interaction. Hit that hashtag RHOAAS and let us know what you think about this. First of all, do you think Cynthia could ever convince Phaedra that she wasn't trying to get in her business?
Okay, I just need to say this, because y'all know I'm a NeNe hater, but this is the one episode on International Women's Day. I am so proud of NeNe.
Exactly.
She is no longer, on this day, on my hater list. She's been removed. Cynthia has now been added. to my hater list. I the whole time I was like, I hate Cynthia. That is
They're
so
going
fake
off.
to me.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah, you guys are right, because that is so inauthentic to me. Don't sit here and tell me that you had no malicious intent by spewing my fake business that you did not know was true in front of a group of people.
Right.
My first question would have been, why didn't you bring me to a one-on-one dinner before you said that in front of all these women? You were trying to be messy.
Yeah.
Right.
And as a result of that,
Cynthia
I don't like you,
wants
Cynthia.
to play dumb and then wants to play super smart.
But she had a good point on the
What?
fact check. Hashtag fact check.
Oh, that Phaedra doesn't fact check?
Yes,
but
and
the
then
thing
Phaedra
is-
got up and left.
But,
Why did she leave?
this is
That was
someone's
Phaedra's
marriage.
husband, exactly.
You're her
And I
yeah.
think she's fighting a battle that's not her battle. She wants to put Kenya, give her something to say. It's not your battle to have something to tell Kenya that she
Yeah.
can tell Phaedra. But
Yeah.
what it is really is she's just mad about the friendship that Phaedra has with NeNe now. That's my
That's exactly
idea.
what it is. And
It's
that's what
that immature. It
Right.
is
Wow.
really that immature.
Because you can't sit here and be like, you don't fact check, so I'm not going to fact check.
And it's none of your fact checking
Well,
to
why
be
did
doing.
Phaedra leave? Why did Phaedra leave?
She should have left.
Okay.
She should have left, because that pocketbook was getting ready to go upside of Cynthia's head.
The seventh
Rightly
bell
so.
was about to go
Cynthia,
down.
it's crazy how she starts any type of one-on-one. She always starts by saying,
Yeah.
not saying anything. Girl, you
How should she have done
invited
it?
me.
How should she have done it? Because I remember
Say
you made a
something.
comment. How should she approach that
I mean,
situation with her?
you
instead?
wanted the meeting, you start talking.
Why
Right.
you wanted the meeting?
You don't want
start
to
with,
apologize.
"We need
Don't
to be grown
apologize, but at
women."
least
Yeah.
start speaking and say, whatever I said it because
Right.
I wanted to put the things on the table.
Right.
That's
Right.
it.
In
It
front of
bothers me
everybody else,
That
yeah.
you
In
front of
called my
everybody else.
friend a whore.
Yeah.
But say something.
And say that. Don't say, Apollo and the chocolate. Like, it's just
Oh,
too
gosh.
much. It had
It
nothing
was.
to do with any of
How
that.
can you
Cynthia's going
fag
downhill.
someone chocolate? Like, you don't even have a real name. She's messing around with chocolate.
Right.
And on that
We can even
note-
Google that.
Oh, my
But you know what? I really do think that Cynthia's trying really hard, because if you remember some episodes ago, there was a lot of talk about her and Peter being kicked off the show.
Yeah.
So I
Yes.
think she is going hard so she
The
could keep
producers
her
are in
peach.
her ear.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
it-
she's listening
Right.
to them in her ear.
And what about
But
the
it's a-
rumor of Peter cheating?
Yes, that
Okay,
Porsha brought up.
yes.
I mean,
what is that?
it's probably true. It
Right.
is probably true.
Right.
Let's do some fact checking.
I mean, I remember Peter going to the strip club with Apollo, and they had the whole argument about that, and then Cynthia decided to take him.
Peaches in Atlanta, do you know any of that? Is that true? Do you
Tell
know any?
us.
You have
Hit that
any tea on that?
hashtag.
Because I find it a little hard to believe. Me
Yeah.
personally,
Really?
I find it a
I
little hard
do.
to
Here's
believe.
the thing about
I do.
Peter. Peter's an old school player. Okay, he got like 5 or 6 kids and like 5 or 6 different women.
Right, why
Let
would
us
that
know
be
what
hard
you
to
think. Hit
believe?
that hashtag RHOAAS and let us know if you think if Peter is cheating. Let's talk about NeNe and Dr. Jeff Gardere. Is it Gardere?
Gardere, yeah.
We'll just say Dr. Jeff like NeNe said.
Well, the
Now,
doctor had
he
to
is-
specify that he would treat NeNe.
Yes, NeNe like
dog.
everybody else.
Yeah.
Now he's really good. He's been on Love and Hip Hop. He's done some amazing changes. And do you think
He's been on
he
Maury
is going to
Povich,
do
too,
some
okay?
good with these women?
So
I'm just
Absolutely.
dying to see NeNe walking out.
You know, I am so proud of NeNe this episode. She really stepped. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I told you she off my hater list.
Yeah,
She's
but
not
next episode she's walking out.
Well,
so
that's
all
okay.
that
I-
talking is
This
just
might get
episode.
added back, but
She
I'm
said
saying
this episode.
this episode, she really surprised me, and I was really happy for her because she was not the messy NeNe that we've seen in the past. She
Okay.
was very mature.
Okay.
She got the women together.
Yeah.
She said, she went to the counseling, to the counselor because she wants to have a counseling session with these
Right.
women.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I think that's not the NeNe from the past. She would not have
Right.
done that. So, cheers to you.
I think that's fake, though. That's
Well,
just
at the dinner,
the
let me
heat of the
know-
moment.
Right, I agree with you on that. At the dinner, do you think Porsha was right in saying choose a side? And do you think Kandi, does Kandi really have to choose a side? Does Kandi need to go to this session?
Kandi doesn't have to do anything but stay black and die.
and work on her marriage and her sex life. That's another thing Kandi needs to do.
I
Kandi needs to
agree.
work on
Kandi
that.
does not need to go to this. I mean, she could be a neutral party, but she's a voice of reason
Well,
sometimes.
if she's going to be around these women, she's going to need to go. There's no way she can come back to them and have lunch with them and kiki.
I think so.
You
Yeah,
think so?
Absolutely.
They're going to give her. They're going to rake her over the coals.
I think,
I
think
think
she's
she'll be
going
all
through
right.
too much right now to
I
where
think so too,
she
but
doesn't.
I don't think she shared that with them for them to know what's going
But
on.
that's fine. I don't think that's any of their business.
I don't
They're all
agree.
grown
I
women.
agree.
No one needs to tell anybody we're grown, what to do with their time. Okay,
Right.
if I don't want to go to counseling with you, I don't have to go to counseling
I think
with
that's
you.
just an excuse for saying that she knew about the Apollo thing and stir up the pot even more.
Right.
Like, this is
Exactly.
gonna bring out
And
some
I think we
skeletons.
all would agree that we all said, Cynthia, shut up.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Before she started talking to NeNe.
And all that
Everybody's
NeNe
unhappy
knows.
about
Quickly move
Cynthia.
on. We have to take a quick little break right now, but
Quick,
we'll
hurry
be
up,
right
hurry up,
back.
hurry up.
Make
Yes.
sure you stay tuned. We're going to start off with our Twitter shout-outs and our YouTube questions.
Later.
Back that up. That was backwards. Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Just in case you missed it live.
Oh, just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, I'm doing something right now.
So we're all super excited.
This is dancing.
So what would that be, like a 7?
I cannot. I literally cannot. You guys have got to get it together.
Don't hate the player. Don't hate the game. Hate the contract you didn't get.
He's a coward. He's a giant chicken shit.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's going to be like hurricane. Whoa.
Watch out for those girls. They are gagging them.
Hold the phone,
Hold on.
bro.
The more brutal you are, the more power you have.
Right.
That was sexy. It was hot. It was heated. I was into it.
You are going to be the most high-paid hooker in the world.
Go ahead and invite your friends and everybody. Tell your mama. Tell them don't ahead, turn the stove off and get up on the computer so we can get on the stream.tv.
Thank you again for joining us, and until next week, bye-bye.
Hey, we're back, Peaches. We want to give some shout-outs to our YouTubers. We got some of you on right now. Sean, who we want to shout out?
Well, first of all, I want to give Kay Alex a shout out. I want to give
Kay.
Hattie Cole a shout out. And I love the love from Pretty Girl 2012.
All
Pretty Girl 2012,
right.
you're awesome. Thank you for
Thank
giving
you
us
so
the support
much.
and the love.
We love you guys.
And Sheila Walton. Sheila Walton is in. Oh, she's agreeing with you, Megan.
You know what? Guess what? Because that's my cousin. Hey,
All right, well, we want to give some other YouTubers some shout out really quickly. CCW, Irvin Gardner, Lydia Maguchi, and Kay Alex. Again, she was on there this week. April Shower Mayflower, and Wendy Mutuo, Ray Sweets 2000. We also have Treasure Cat 03 is me, and Graffiti Taylor Buchanan, Brooklyn Richards, Yay Me Too, that's so cute, and Oscar Milano May. 3 more, Black Diamond 69, Sassy here, and 13 Impressed. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. Hit that subscribe button at thestream.tv and make sure you subscribe. Also, we want to go to our first Twitter fan question of this week, which is from Claudia Jordan, number one fan. She says, it's none of Kenya's business that Phaedra may be having an affair. Why does she care? Is it really Kenya's business?
I think she cares about that check. And yes, she cares about bringing out drama.
And I think she feels like she still's hurt over what happened about, being the horror
whore
villain
thing,
for 2 years, and now this is a person who is bringing so much negativity to your life. So now you get a chance to bring it back to him. Yeah, Kenya's gonna take the low road and do it.
Okay. Well, let's quickly move on to our second question, which is from Drew W. at a bold cup of Drew.
Yes.
He says, did Phaedra, a lawyer, make a joke about shooting Apollo and embalming him? Yes, she did.
Yes, she did. Yes,
She's
she
going
did.
crazy. She's out of her wits right now.
She's
All right.
angry.
Yeah, she is,
She's
justifiably. All right, fan question number 3 is from Fernando Torres. And he says, why are these women so obsessed with calling each other whores? And did they even eat dinner at, what was that, Fogo de Chao?
Fogo de Chao,
yes.
That's what I said. If you don't go to Fogo de Chao
and argue
that
eat
meat.
the salad to go.
Right.
I don't think they did.
They never did.
I would have been mad. I would just been like, y'all could go. I need to finish eating.
They're so obsessed with this whole
Yeah,
whore thing.
they obsessed, just like they obsessed about calling someone a wife. It's like wife and whore. It's like, are you a wife or are you a whore?
Yeah, no, it's true.
You know what? That's like, but I think as little girls, especially in the South, you're conditioned. You're either a hoe or a housewife, and you learn that early on.
Yeah.
So it's in the back of your head that there's these two categories, and you want to make sure you're on a certain
right
side
label.
of
Be
the
on the right
category.
category.
Yeah,
The right
it's
category.
true. It's true.
It's
Megan,
true.
you on fire tonight, girl. Let's give our shout out to our Twitter followers. God's Girl at Girl Get It Now. Tammy at Tammy Lynn YG. Atlanta Housewives at RHO_fans. And we have John Dabala at Real John Dabala. We also have C Zuba Diane. That's at C Zuba Diane. At Philly Whiffy. And at Miracles3337. At O_Rodriguez3. And at S. White the Writer. That's our Shonda Brown White who we had on last week.
Yes.
So we want to thank you guys for supporting us. Please hit that hashtag RHOAAS. You've got Megan Good. Megan Good is on my brain. Okay, Megan Thomas at Meg Scoop. You got Shawn Richardz and Nadia Beddini and me, Channon Dade. So make sure you hit us with the hashtag RHOAAS throughout the week. We love you, Peaches. We'll see you next week. Thanks for supporting. We love you. For more of the Real Housewives of Atlanta after show, just hit the subscribe button at thestream.tv.